Hi students, today we are going to learn about one of the important topic in our syllabus. Now before announcing the topic, see here what we need to breathe. We need air. Without air we can't breathe and we can't survive also. Am I right? So are you manufacturing this air? No, not at all. It is available in the nature only. Like that we will drink. What we will drink? And we will use one kind of liquid for cleaning, washing and for different purposes. What is that liquid? That is water. So water, this water also available in the nature only. We are not manufacturing and it is not an artificial one. And we are getting food material. Am I right? How we are able to get the food? Through agriculture process. So where you are doing agriculture? In the soil. So air, water, soil, these all are the different kinds of materials we need. It is must and should for the survivability of different organisms. Where these are present? These are present in the nature. Who are manufactured this one? These are naturally available in the nature only. So such a kind of materials we call it as natural resources. What do you call it as? These are called natural resources. So natural resources, resource means what? Resource in the sense a material which is present in a huge quantity. The material which is available in a huge quantity for our future benefit, for our future use, to reach our demands and needs. Which kind of material it is present in a huge quantity, that one we call it as resource. If this resource is present naturally in the nature, then those resources we call it as natural resources. Natural resources. So natural resources is a material which one is available in the nature in a huge quantity for our purpose, for our needs, for our usage. So such a kind of different materials we call it as natural resources. So several types of natural resources are present. Now let us know about these natural resources only in this topic. So in this topic mainly we discussed about types of natural resources. Of course children, already you have a lot of information regarding to the types of resources, but once again here also, and along with that here we need to discuss the human activities, in what way those are affecting these natural resources. So day by day so many natural resources are decreasing. So what are the reasons for that? How human activities are responsible for this scarcity of natural resources also we need to discuss. In this lesson they selected two villages, and by taking of these two villages as an example, they are explaining in this lesson the importance of water and why the scarcity of water is coming nowadays, and what are the alternative steps that we need to take to protect, to increase the water in our surroundings. So that one also we need to discuss in this lesson. Along with this water, some other resources are also there in the nature, like forest and different types of flora and fauna. Different types of materials like ores, minerals are also available, and these are also we considered as natural resources. In this lesson we need to discuss about all these resources also. So children, let us start our topic with once again with the definition of natural resources. Now let us see on screen the definition for natural resource. So see here, natural resource is something found in nature that people can use it to meet their needs. So to meet our demands, to meet our needs, what kind of material that it is available in the nature in a huge quantity. Resource in the sense, a huge quantity of the material, what it is available in our surroundings for our future benefit. So, such a kind of resource, natural resource, is very important for the survivability of different types of organisms. So, a natural resource is something found in nature that people can use to meet their needs. Now, let us see several examples for this natural resource. So, several things shall come under these natural resources. So, see one by one, children, what are those? First one is water. So, now and then you know very well. So, water is present in a huge quantity in seas, oceans, in streams, ponds, lakes, rivers. So, in different areas we observed the presence of water. Different aquatic habitats consist this water. So, what is the use of this water? For what purpose we will use this water? How it become a natural resource? We are not manufacturing this water, and this is not artificial liquid content. This we are not forming in a factories or in any kind of refineries and all and all. Nature only forms this one. So, that too in a huge quantity. So, for what purpose we are using this water? We use the water for different purposes. For drinking purpose especially. Without water, any kind of organism cannot survive. Every organism, every living form need water, because to complete different kinds of metabolic activities in our body, to complete different functions in our body, we need this water. You know very well, the cell consists a huge amount of water, and small cell also consists a huge amount of water in its cytoplasm. So, that means you can understand in our body how much percentage of water it is present. So, in our body that much importance is there for this water, not only for our metabolic activities, for our functioning, for some other purposes also we need this water. So, for washing, for cleaning. So, whatever you want to clean and wash in your house, either it is clothes or utensils or any kind of vehicles, must and should we need water. And not only this one, we are running now different types of machines. We are using to make our life comfortably, we are using different kinds of tools, instruments, different kinds of machines. So, most of them are run with the help of electricity only, that you know very well. So, how this electricity we are able to produce? That is also with the help of water, hydro power plants. So, from the water onwards, we are generating electricity, one kind of power water means. So, but that power we are using, we are utilizing, and we are running different types of machines. So, like that, water is act like an energy, and this one we will use for different purpose, like for our drinking purpose, for cleaning, washing, and one more important thing is for conducting agricultural process. So, agriculture totally depends upon irrigation only. Irrigation is nothing but when the farmer will provide the water, that water plant will absorb. So, along with the water, plant will absorb several types of nutrients also. So, like that, plant able to grow and survive with the help of water. So, here the water is essential substance for the plant, for organism, any kind of living form, and for different purposes like cleaning, washing, and for agriculture also we are using water. And not only that, we are using this water for the production of electricity also. So, like that, water play major role in our life. So, the next important natural resource is oil. So, oil is also one kind of a substance that nature only provides us. It is one kind of fossil fuel it is. So, this one also we use for the purpose of generating energy. So, different kinds of vehicles, you know very well, all types of vehicles, they used to move with the help of any kind of oil, either petrol or diesel or a kerosene, whatever it may be. So, that oil is essential nowadays for running of different machines and for the movement of different types of vehicles. So many vehicles they will move with the help of this oil only, and different kinds of machines we will run with the help of this oil only. So crude oil we will take, after that we will refine that one, and we will prepare different kinds of fossil fuels with the help of this crude oil. So this is one kind of energy giving substance. With that power only we are able to run, move different kinds of machines and also vehicles. And the next very important natural resource is forest. Forest. Uses of forest means we are able to say number of points for forest. So forest is one of the important thing for getting different kinds of byproducts. We are able to get different kinds of byproducts from forest only. So we are able to get wood, and so many people they will collect firewood also. Firewood from the forest, the agency people who are living in the surroundings, the tribal people, they used to collect the firewood. With the help of that small dried branches only, they will cook the food material. So forest is the livelihood for several thousands of people. So many people are living in the forest only. They will collect different kinds of substances from the forest like tamarind, soap nuts, different kinds of gums, spices, so honey. So different kinds of material are available in the forest. So people they used to collect these materials from the forest, and from that only they are earning. So this is one of the important material for different people, and that is helps for their livelihood. So forest is not only helping in the giving of byproducts. This forest is essential for rains. If there is no forest, no one is able to absorb that much of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. If the temperature is very hot, then the atmosphere won't be come in a cool condition, clouds won't be cool and it won't be condensed. So to give that coolness to the atmosphere, this forest is essential. So forest absorbs the carbon dioxide which is responsible for hot weather, hot temperatures. So that's why the forest will balance the gases in the atmosphere, it will cool down the atmosphere, and it is responsible to cool the clouds, and it is responsible for condensation. Because of this forest only we are getting rains on time. And so many people depend upon forest and forest byproducts only, because they will collect different kinds of materials from the forest, and they are leading their livelihood. Not only this, from the forest onwards only we will collect some kind of plants. Those are helps in the manufacture of paper. So we are writing different kinds of things, we are storing different kinds of things on books only. So these books are prepared with the paper. So that paper, the raw material for the paper is plant only. That plants are also present in the forest. So forest have lot of importance in our life. Not only this, forest is a good habitat. Good habitat. So it is a natural habitat also. What is meant by habitat, children? Habitat is nothing but the living area. So where the organisms will live, that place we call it as habitat. So this is one of the biggest habitat, and you are able to see diversity in the forest, because in the forest you are able to see different kinds of plants. Herbs may present, shrubs may present, creepers, big trees, big plants, several types of canopy appearance giving plants, conical plants. So different types of plants you are able to observe in this forest. So this all are the variations you are able to see in the living forms, not only in the plants, on the plants, in the plants, below the plants, you are able to see several types of organisms. So different organisms take shelter under these plants, on the plants. Okay. So different organisms you are able to observe in the forest. It is the biggest terrestrial habitat. So several types of living forms take shelter in the forest. So that's why forest act like a good habitat. So forest is one of the important natural resource because it provides different kinds of byproducts, and by gathering different types of materials from the forest only, so many people are getting income. Not only this, forest maintain the ecological balance, and it acts like a good habitat because it gives shelter to different types of organisms. And forest is responsible for getting rains on time. So when it will cools the temperature, atmosphere, then only clouds will condense. So then only we are able to get rains. So like this, forest is one of the important natural resource. Next important natural resource is rocks. So different kinds of rocks are there. For what purpose we are using rocks? Already we know soil forms from the rocks only. By withering of these rocks only we are able to get soil. Not only that one, directly also we are using these rocks. For what purpose? For construction and for getting shelter. We are constructing different kinds of constructions. In that, some of the constructions we are using for taking a shelter. So we are constructing apartments and individual houses and all with the help of these rocks only. So in that we are living, so that's why it is providing shelter for us. Through the rocks only we are able to construct different kinds of constructions like bridges, dams, reservoirs. We are constructing with the help of different stones. So that's why the stone act like a shelter substance. That means rocks helping to construct different kinds of buildings. And with the help of these rocks only, we are constructing different kinds of projects for our needs. So like this, rocks are also natural resources. And the next important natural resource is minerals. So different kinds of minerals are present in earth layers. What are those? So different kinds of ceramics we are able to prepare with the minerals, and different kinds of jewelry, that means gold, silver, different kinds of minerals, ores are deposited inside the deeper layers of the earth. So by taking off these minerals, we are able to prepare different kinds of substances like what we are showing on the slide. So like jewelry and different glass items, ceramics, different kinds of products we are able to manufacture with the help of minerals. So mineral is also one of the important natural resource. Nowadays we are getting these kind of substances, different kinds of things for decoration purpose and for our needs. What kind of things you are using, all those are come from different metals. So these metals are also one kind of substances that are present in the nature only, like iron, aluminum, bronze, copper, gold, silver, whatever it may be. And the next important natural resource is soil. So no need to introduce the importance of soil, because we know very well the importance of soil, because we all are getting food material. We, in the sense, not only the humans, children, even though animals also, even though plants also getting their nutrients from the soil only. And we are growing different kinds of crops with the help of soil only. If there is no soil, it is very tough to get the food products. Of course, nowadays technology is developed a lot. Without soil also we are getting, but olden days onwards till to now, ancient days onwards till to now, we are doing the agriculture with the help of this soil only. Plants capable to take, to absorb different kinds of nutrients with the help of this soil only. So that's why soil is one of the important natural resource. And the next important thing is animals. So flora and fauna also comes under natural resource. Even human being is also one kind of natural resource only. So, artificially means in whatever it may be in artificial manner, with the help of technology, you can't show the miracles and you can't produce the organism suddenly. This is also produced in the nature only. Not only human being, every plant, every animal is also a natural resource only. So, that animals we are using for different purposes. So, you know very well in the agriculture, animals are playing vital role. Nowadays, in the production of different medicines, so many microorganisms are using. By the culturing of microorganisms, we are getting different kinds of medicines and different kinds of drugs. Vaccines we are producing with the help of these small microorganisms only. Like that, each and every organism we are getting milk and milk byproducts. So, that milk we are getting from the animals only. And in olden days, these are helps for transport purpose also. So, in different manner we are using the organisms for our entertainment purpose also we are using, and for getting economical benefit also we are using these animals. So, animals are providing food and they are helps in doing agriculture, and they are useful for different purposes. So, all these are comes under natural resources. So, natural resources mainly we are able to divide in two types. So, we are able to divide the natural resources in two types. So, what are those? Renewable and non-renewable. So, what kind of basis criteria we used to get these different types of natural resources? How you are able to divide the natural resources in the way of renewable and non-renewable? So, once again see regarding to the natural resource here. So, the word resource is used for means of supplying a material generally held in reserve. So, reserved material what we will use for our purpose, and the natural resources are the materials available in the normal environment and useful for our life. Naturally, it is available in the environment that we are using for our purpose, and natural resources occur naturally within environments. Natural resource is often characterized by amounts of biodiversity and geodiversity existent in various ecosystems. So, different kinds of ecosystems are present in our surroundings. In every now and then you are able to observe these natural resources. Several types of plants are present, animals are present. You are seeing different variations, differences in this environment, that only we considered as biodiversity. So, in this we are able to see several natural resources. Any material which is a part of earth and satisfy human need. So, all the materials what we discussed, those are a part of earth only, part of environment only. For what purpose those are? For our need. And add value is called as a resource, a huge amount it is present and we are using for our purpose. So, it is a resource. So, example rocks, minerals, soil, rivers, plants, animals, all this already we discussed. Human is also a resource because developing his skill, he can develop other resource by adding value to the physical materials. So, different kinds of materials are present in the environment, but man only able to utilize those all types of materials in a successful manner. So, that is why human is also one kind of resource. He is able to use all such a kind of resources in a proper manner. So, now let us see the types of natural resources, on what basis we are dividing these natural resources. So, these are there are numerous ways to classify the types of natural resources. So, we are able to classify this one. On what basis? They include the source of origin, from which place onwards they are generating, the state of development, how far these are developed, their availability, use quantity or less, we are able to replenish or not, renewability, renew, you are able to renew that one or not. So, depending upon these, we are classified the natural resources in several ways. In terms of the source of origin, natural resources can be divided in the following types. So, we are able to renew this one or not. Depending upon that, we are able to divide these natural resources in two types. If we are able to renew, if you are able to replenish, if the nature able to replace those kind of resources, we call it as renewable resources. If we are unable to renew, if we are unable to compensate, replace and replenish, then such a kind of resources we call it as non-renewable resources. So, renewable resources examples are plants and animals, and non-renewables are minerals, fossil fuels and soils. So, renewable resources. Renewable resources are the natural resources that grow about the same rate they are used up. How far we are utilized, that much we are able to replace in the nature. Such a kind of resources we call on the name of renewable resources. So, example C, solar energy, renewable resource, wind, geo. Geo energy means the earth also consists some kind of heat, geothermal energy, geo earth, thermal heat. So, what heat it is already means always produced and generates by the earth, such a kind of energy we call it as geothermal energy. This is also one kind of renewable resource. Hydro energy. So, the water is also having lot of power. With that power, we are able to store the energy in the name of electricity. So, that is why the water is also one kind of renewable energy source. And bio, different kinds of living forms like plants, animals. If a few amount of animals are dies, again they will compensate by the reproduction. So, even though the plants also like that only. And tides, continuously tides will come from the seas and oceans. The tide is also having lot of power, and that also we are able to utilize. Now, this is under the process for getting tidal energy. So, that is why this all are comes under renewable energy resources. So, non-renewable, material or energy source that cannot be replaced easily or requires extremely long amount of time to replace itself. It may also replace, but it takes lot of time. So, how much fast way you are utilizing, that much fast way we can't replace this kind of resources in the nature. Nature can't replace these resources that much fast way in what way you are using. So, that is why such a kind of materials we considered as non-renewable resources. So, the examples are ores, rocks, fossil fuels like coal, petrol, natural gas and oil. All these are comes under non-renewable resources. So, see all these, once if you are utilized this one, you can't replace that one that much fast in way, because for the formation of fossil fuels it takes millions of years time. So many differences are there in between renewable and non-renewable. What are those? These are renewed, but non-renewable resources are unable to renew. Often these are available continuously. We are able to get these resources in a continuous manner, but the non-renewable are exhausted after use. If you are used once, it will exhaust, can't come back in a short period of time. Renewable resources can be divided into continuous or low. So, it will be continuously replenished in the nature, but non-renewable resources are non-recyclable. So, you can't recycle this one in a that much fast way like renewable. Non-renewable also we are able, but takes lot of time. So, that is why it is are called non-renewable resources. So, these are the types of natural resources, renewable and non-renewable. So, here in this topic we discussed about what is natural resource and types of natural resource. Next session we will continue with the importance of water with the help of two villages. By taking an example of two villages, let us discuss about different means ways of utilizing water and in what way we are able to conserve the water also. Thank you.